Hey guys, what's up? We are going to be playing Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr, though we're going to get a cutscene here, so we're going to have to wait for a second.
For 10,000 years, the Emperor's Inquisition have fought a secret war to defend humanity. We keep vigil in the darkness. We hunt among the shadows. We pass judgment upon the mutant, the traitor, and the heretic. We purge the world of the taint lurking among the stars. We are Inquisitors. We shall fear nothing. For we are what you fear.
Alright, so yeah, we're going to be playing Inquisitor Martyr, like I said. I did try to stream this a bit ago before, but just starting over now. I might need to remake this character, assuming the tutorial went through, because I haven't actually played anything. I got in and walked around, like did the walk around tutorial, and that was it. I have not actually played the game. Also, I'm not logged in because it refuses to let me log in, but you can play without that. So I'm going to hope that we just get all that intro stuff again. If we don't, I'll axe this character and make a new one, though. Let's just go over the characters that are in it. So you have the Crusader, the Assassin, the Psyker, the Tech Adept, and the Battle Sister, which is the Battle Sister what we're playing. This is a new DLC for the game that just came out, and that is what we're going to be using. I have all the DLC for this game, I believe, unless there's something new that's come out since the last month. Otherwise, I should have everything. And also, there's 3 different, I guess, weapons you're choosing from here. Obviously, we bolt, pistol, and chainsaw, hand flame and brazier, and bolt gun. But I chose the hand flame and brazier. But you have the power sword, great sword, and suppression shield. Last pistol, auto gun, shotgun, las gun, sniper auto, death cult blades, assassin power sword, shotgun sniper. Ooh, shoddy snipes. Ooh, I didn't even see that. Shoddy snipes. Force staff, force sword, and force rod. Bolt pistol, force rod. Omniscient axe, plasma cavalier, and radium carbine. Wait, we're gonna be using the hand flamer and brazier on the Battle Sister, but let's hope that it just starts us over from the whole tutorial again, and it didn't autosave. Okay, good. Full start. It is the 41st millennium, and there is no peace amongst the stars. Prima Man is besieged from all sides by the Xeno races, and is slowly rotting away from the inside, tainted by the Chaos Gods. Inquisitors are autonomous, powerful agents who wage a great and secret war for mankind. They fight in the shadows, and nothing is beyond their authority. They are judges and the executioners. Sorry that was not
Inquisitor's log.
perfect speed.
Classified report. Scheduled for later transmission. I am closing on the source of the inquisitorial distress signal I was assigned to investigate. The coordinates I received from the Caligari Conclave led me to a desolate system. There were many delays during the journey. The intensity of the Caligari warp surges is beyond anything I've experienced. These anomalies are spreading through the subsector like a tidal wave. The distress signal has an ancient encryption used by the Holy Odos. It is authentic, but extremely old. The signal is coming from a battle fortress monastery that was likely spat from the warp when the tide of the surges swept through the sector. There is no response to our hailing signals.
Inquisitor, this is your captain speaking. I'm still trying to hail the monastery, but I get no response.
The hull looks intact though. I think it was simply abandoned a very long time ago.
Then what do you expect to find over there?
Something that once belonged to the Inquisition. And lots of empty halls.
Sounds exciting. I've instructed your pilot to land on the hangar deck.
Stand by and wait for my signal.
Inquisitor, the automatic defense system has been activated. The turrets are attacking you. Do you...
I think I need to possibly turn the audio down just a bit. It might not save my settings. I'm pretty sure I changed the settings to be a little bit quieter, but might need to turn it down a bit. After this, she's going to talk for a while.
Captain, do you copy? Captain Von Winter, can you hear me? Strange. Vox communication is jammed, and I can't use my teleporter device. Something must be disturbing my signal. I will record everything in my audio log, in case I don't return. Inquisitorial log. New entry. While attempting to dock in the hangar of an unknown fortress monastery, my transport took heavy fire. I suspect that the automatic weapon systems were activated, but I don't yet know why. The transport has been destroyed, along with my equipment. My pilot is dead. I will pray for him later.
Right. Bitch, save these changes, because this is a click-to-walk game, but you can use the arrow keys to move around as well, but I changed that to WASD. So let's check the audio. Audio is how I left it. Let's just change the master down to 75. And the video is maxed, so yeah, we're all good. So, probably should save that. Investigation. I must find out everything I can about this fortress monastery. Where does it come from? Is there someone in charge of this abandoned colossus? What happened to the thousands of people on the hundreds of subdecks? So many questions, but I trust the Emperor that I'll find the answers here in the darkness. The cage here too, what is this? I am stranded on the hangar deck of the fortress monastery. The teleportation and my Vox signal have both been changed. Okay, she already said that. New tutorial. Left click on game objects to open / activate them. Some objects require you to press and hold down the F key until the progress bar is completed. The game world contains many objects such as doors, chests, data terminals, and other elements that you can interact with. These objects will be highlighted when you move the mouse cursor over them. Simply left click to activate. Some objects may require you to hold F key until the progress bar is completed. Wait for the bar to disappear before releasing the button.
Interesting. Mindless servitors were created for menial tasks, but having a flesh drone just for operating the door seems excessive. Open the door.
Oh, you can actually zoom in a bit. Camera controls. Rotate the camera by pressing down the mouse wheel. Zoom in and out by scrolling. Press down the mouse wheel. You can change the camera angle for a better tactical overview. Rotating the camera by pressing down the mouse wheel and moving your mouse to the left or right. Zooming out with la-di-da. When a solid object gets between the camera and your character, the object is deliberately faded to provide an unobstructed view. And trying to get like a straight line is going to be annoying. Cogitator.
An ancient cogitator. Let's see if the tech prayers still hold. It might have information about this place.
Oof. Okay, it's not that much. Vessel 897 Lucius 442, Alpha Class Sub C35, name Martyr, code number 57, ERT 294, Beta, question mark. Current status, in the possession of the Holy Orders of the Emperor's Inquisition. Warning, verifying current status and inadequate data collated. Last maintenance logged. 8-134-967 M36. Warning, Galar shield compromised. Current rate of impairment 47%. 47.34%. Estimated. Warning, prayers of maintenance required in the following zones. Cataloging zones, cataloging field. Warning, invocations of blessed recalibration required in the following zones. Calibrating zones, cataloging zones, cataloging failed. Warning, corrupted data, diagnostics interrupted. Initiating Psalm and that number, and then a bunch of binary, which probably says something. I'm assuming this binary, right?
Just as I suspected. It's a pile of rust. At least I found some interesting diagnostics. I should check all the cogitators on this ship for other details.
Access your journal window by pressing J. Your personal journal contains all the background intel and collected evidence, clues of your ongoing or completed investigations, giving you a far deeper insight into the storyline as it unfolds. Investigations are divided into chapters where you can review each mission individually through the drop-down menu. All clues collected during missions can also be accessed by clicking on the corresponding icon to collect more clues and unlock extra rewards. Tutorials are also available here by clicking on the corresponding tab.
New log entry. I have found some human remains. The time of death seems recent. I don't like the look of the marks on the bodies. Something killed them with mindless brutality.
Okay, that could be anything, question mark. That could be... I forgot what they're called. That could be the bugs. I'm just calling them bugs because they're like xenomorphs, right? But they're not xenomorphs. They're legally distinct xenomorphs. They could be orcs. Oh, there's our stuff to actually fight with. So we're about to go into a fight. Just want to make sure there's something that I can click on in here.
Oh yes, the perfect weapon to deliver the Emperor's justice.
Gonna give me a tutorial on how to use them. Okay, well it just shows our skills down there. Let's look through. I don't know what this is. See, that's our health. This is suppression. 100% protected. Some sort of skill over here. So it hasn't explained any of these menus, so we just won't know. So left click to Phosphorus Barrage. 34 damage, 75 DPS. Channeled burning damage over time. Area of effect as well. Release a continuous stream of fireballs that leave fiery patches, igniting your enemies. Applies castigation marks on hit. Doesn't have a flavor text for what castigation does. Focused burn, channeled armor breaking, knockback, high suppression, castigation as well. Burning dot. This is a short-range firestorm using both weapons while advancing forward and knocking back your foes. Fire Nova, release an expanding circle that ignites. And this is what, 2? Gain energy shields equal to 150% of your maximum HP on activation. Passive. After 8 seconds, you lose the shield gain from any sources and release a nova that deals damage based on the lost shield amount. Okay, so let's just 10 seconds, quarter second, 45. So let's just test these. You have to actually attack. Oh, is it like actual flamethrower? Yes, flamethrower. We can figure the other ones out in a second. I'm just making sure everything was fine.
Creature of chaos, can you withstand my faith?
Tutorial. Will we automatically? Like we have to.
An ancient imperial.
Hold on, give me a second. Left click and right click on enemies to attack with your main weapon skills. Use the 1 and 2 keys to activate your other weapon skills. Your combat capabilities are mainly determined by your equipped weapon. One-handed weapons grant 2 weapon skills each. Two-handed weapons provide 4. To attack with a weapon skill, point the mouse cursor at an enemy and press the corresponding button displayed on the skill bar. From left to right, left mouse button, right mouse button, etc. You can see available skills on the skill bar at the bottom of the screen. Hover the mouse cursor over the skill icons for a full description, which I've already done.
Imperial ship infested by chaos. So be it. Let's cleanse the taint then.
Do I not want to walk into that? Okay, no, it is just goo. It had water sounds attached to it. Cool. Plasma gun. New tutorial. Switching weapons, I'm guessing, which is this button here. Tab to switch. Switch weapons by pressing tab. You can equip 2 weapon sets for each mission. Specifically. Press the tab key to switch between them. Note that the switch will set all your weapon skills on cooldown. Some of your attacks will be unavailable for a while. Thus, you will have to judge whether switching weapons in the middle of an engagement is worth it. Single shot. Flesh Bane. 30% damage against unarmored targets. Demolish or extreme damage to cover. Cover, there's destructible cover. Slow projectile. Single target. This is a burst or something. Short burst. Knockback, targets are pushed. It also has knockback on this. As a 4-degree spread. Focus bolt. Concentrating energy discharge for increased destruction. Pierces, armor piercing. Target suffers plus 10% heat damage for 5 seconds. Compressed plasma. Charge shot, armor piercing, AoE. So you can AoE with that. But we'll stick with my fire, which is what I've chose. Okay, so that just goes if you click on somebody.
New log entry. I found a room tainted by the filth of chaos. There's also a tech priest maintenance shrine with a functioning cogitator. It could contain information on how I could turn off the Vox jammer.
Okay, Argimentum Defense System Anomalies, Ranking Security Officer Brother Marcus Drong. Incident log: the Martyr opened fire on an approaching rogue trader vessel, causing considerable damage and loss of life on the targeted ship. The Porterum signals are regularly jammed, blocking entry and exit to and from monastery. Confession to the related personnel during the penitence hearings. Searching pick recording database. Records not found. Conclusion: after thorough investigation and questioning, I can safely claim that no personnel were involved in the incident. The fence turrets opened fire without any human involvement, and the signal blocking any teleportation attempts is generated automatically. Probable cause: system malfunction. Processes initiated logged a priority level request to the maintenance fraternity, awaiting confirmation. Had emergency cogitators installed on the hangar deck and main cogitator in the control room, where security personnel where security personnel can manually override both the turret systems and the teleportarium signals in case of any further incidents. Let me actually look this word. Teleportarium. Okay. Attachment. Medicaid reports of personnel voluntarily participating in the confessions. Data corrupted.
I found new information. There's an emergency cogitator nearby where I could turn off the jamming signals.
New clue. So we have clues for that. We have clues here. We have clue for both of them. I found a functioning country. The hangar deck data is corrupted. Claims information. Fortress moderate. I think that's old. To indicate the presence of primitive heretic culture living in the abandoned halls of the former monastery, and also heavy influence of the worshippers of demonic entity. If I am not mistaken, the whole area is infected with the taint of Nurgle. Yeah, I was assuming this is Nurgle stuff. I've learned that in the past, the weapon systems of the Martyr used to fire automatically on vessels that attempted to land on the fortress monastery, and the tech priest thought that it might have been the result of some incident in the warp. The same applies to the teleportation and the Vox jammers, but there are cogitators on the hangar deck and in the main control room where security personnel could manually override the order. So that's the cogitator screen clue, I'm guessing. Audio log. Oh, it's just lets me look back at these.
Open the door.
It is in the walls now. Everywhere. Taint. In the machines.
By the Emperor. What foul abomination is this? A talking servitor. It might be mind-locked, but this is still unusual.
Also, I'm stopping on purpose. That's not anything weird with the game. I just keep stopping my movement to look around. So, okay, some of these guys got guns.
Well met, heretics. It is time for you to die.
Okay, so just burn all these guys. Well, that was easy. I was taking a lot of damage. You can see my shields, my suppression. What's that? Oh, it's space to cover. Okay, so you have to hold space when in cover. I wasn't actually. You can't just stand behind something. Press and hold space to get into cover. The object takes damage instead of you. Attacking enemies without concern is a very relevant combat style in the Warhammer 40k universe. But there's another way. You can use many objects, concrete barriers, barrels, containers, columns, vegetation, etc., as cover by holding the space. If an object can be used as cover, a yellow marker will show you the available positions. Your character will automatically take cover when you press space. While in cover, you can launch a ranged attack, but cannot move. Some cover positions may restrict your firing angle. Keep in mind, cover can be destroyed. Okay, so I just want to... Okay, I just wanted to check that. Oh, this is cover too. Let's check this out.
Finally. That's the cogitator that will disable the jammer. I couldn't turn off the teleportation jammer, but the Vox should be fine now. Captain Von Winter, can you hear me?
Inquisitor, finally! I thought we'd lost you.
It would have been quite convenient for you, I suppose.
Trust me, I'm on your side. I'm not saying I don't want my ship back, but who would clear my name if you died in battle?
Your loyalty is quite admirable, Captain.
Ooh, I didn't get to look around. Oh, that was it. First steps on the Martyr. New level reached, level 2. +1 passive skill point. Okay, so now it's not telling us what to do here. So, campaign mission. We did the survivors. I'm saying making contact is what I want us to click on. But we can click on our character. And now we're just overwhelmed with information, but let's just go to passive. Oh, this is the passives? Complete the heroic deed to unlock that. Single DPS, heroic deed. Kill champions, deal damage, etc., etc. Critical hit chance with ranged skills. +5 range damage. Bonus against slowed, shocked, or stunned. Range damage bonus. Range damage. Scion sniper training. That's for the... Okay, you put it anywhere. You actually need to click on these. Area effects. Radius of area of effect skills. Suppression damage. Bonus damage to area effects. Increase radius and increase damage. Crits. That's warfare. Suppression. Suppression per hit till, that's pretty good. Gain plus 10 suppression. So these are all the same. Damage per hit. Acts of Faith. Sacred Rite. Effectiveness. Wool of the Psoriasis. When you die in embodied saint form, you instantly resurrect with 30% health. We don't even know what that is. That's Psoriasis, by the way. I was not saying it right. Stunning all enemies within 15 meters. This effect can happen every minute and a half. Banners. Banner cooldown. Inoculator capacity. Don't even know what that is. Movement. Movement speed and cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction. I love cooldown reduction. -5% from the remaining cooldown on deflect, whatever that is. Okay, so we have 1 point, but I don't really know what to put that in. Guess I want bigger AoEs. Can we get any more? Increase radius, better damage on AoE. Increase radius on AoEs. More damage per enemy hit. Increase damage to grenades, which we haven't even found grenades yet. And more bigger AoE. And -2% from the remaining cooldown on hit. -4% on kill for the used AoE skill if that has at least 1 second cooldown. Let's just go with AoEs for now. There we go. Put that there. Oh, and then you can right-click to remove. Inventory. Holy Sensor adds an extra Act of Faith slot. Right-click to equip. I don't know where that would go, though. Oh, it just went there, whatever that was. A relic. We have a seal, which is just increases our suppression. This increases our max HP and then acts an extra active face slot. Then this is our armor, of course. Implant, eye implant, neural implant. Heat resistance, physical resistance. These are skills, of course, on the weapon. Inquisitorial level. Your level will grow by completing missions, which represents your position within the Holy Ordos of Inquisition. New levels unlock new item types, which you can find during missions, or can be attained from the end of mission loot boxes. You can also join cabals with other fellow Inquisitors to purge the unclean together. Progression. Specific levels are also unlocked. Specific levels also unlock new inocular components, perks, and additional slots for both. But most importantly, every level gives you one or sometimes 2 skill points. You can find the complete list of unlockables in the expanded view. Every class has different attributes. All 3 main attributes have 5 milestones, and after reaching one of them, you automatically gain extra abilities. You can earn attribute points by completing heroic deeds. Perks. These are interchangeable passive abilities which can empower your Inquisitor. In the beginning you have only 1 perk slot, but after you reach 15 and 30, the others will unlock. New perks can be unlocked by completing heroic deeds or raising your inquisitorial level. Contempt, Resolve, and Passion. So damage per point, HP and suppression per point, and faith and suppression damage resistance per point. Plus 20% movement speed for on kill for 5 seconds. Okay. Oh, it's a decent amount, I guess, of choices. Heroic deeds. These are just stuff we need to do. Spend 2,000 seconds in combat without moving. Psyker only. So some of these you have to do as specific things. Morality we can't access yet. Puritan path. Damage over time I guess we don't have unlocked. Okay, not as crazy. I think I am no longer lost. Making contact. I made it out of the hangar where I have found evidence of a serious chaos infestation. You can investigate this further.
Our Argos have picked up a Vox signal not far from your location. It is transmitting on an Imperial channel. It could be important.
I'm on my way there.
Tutorial. Okay, press M to open the map. Navigation is easier when the map overlay and minimap beyond the general layout of the level. Beyond the general layout of the level, they also display markers for important game objects as well as flashing object markers. Main quest, side quest, clue, allies, enemies, commander, villain, elite boss, shrine, teleport, loot chest, medical supply chest, and supply chest. And just you can have it open while you're in motion. Riotous Inquisitors use faith to enter embodied saint form and perform saintly deeds. All character classes in the game have a special resource that is used to activate unique abilities. So Riotous Inquisitors use faith points to enter embodied saint form and unleash powerful saintly deeds. Unlike other classes, the method for special resource generation is not fixed. So righteous Inquisitors have access to various sacred rites which determine how faith points are gained. You have no faith right now. A third... I'm still using the same weapons, I think. With fiery heat now, 5% chance on dealing heat damage to cause a small burst of flames, dealing 50% damage as heat, and apply a stack of burn on enemies in a 3-meter radius. Oh, he's still alive. Okay, no, he died. There's still one guy back there. Yes? No, maybe he got away. Or there was no one left. Some credits. So that seems like you have to do these manually. So we got a Signum. Whatever that is. Can I access inventory here? Yes, I can. Mastercrafted Signum. Crit chance suppression damage bonus. +1 quality versus equipped Signum. And that went here. Physical resistance, heat resistance on that one, so we just keep that there. I assume we can't have... Yeah, there's nothing there, so... There's enemies up ahead.
By the Emperor.
What have you found down there, Inquisitor?
Some unlucky members of an Imperial retinue. This is a shrine, dedicated to the ruinous powers. Somebody really wants his dark wishes fulfilled.
In other words, there's something on that ship that requires human sacrifice. Wonderful.
This abandoned wreck was transmitting an astropathic distress signal that followed ancient inquisitorial protocols. The fortress monastery didn't answer our hails, and we did not detect any signs of life on the decks from our ship. Nevertheless, I found flesh corpses, clearly members of a recent Imperial expedition. Who are these men, and what are they doing here? We'll get a blue hand flame brazier. So the cover system is kind of weird, I think. 'Cause I feel like it maybe changes the pace of how an action RPG usually is played, maybe. So this has less damage than what we have now, but has 3% damage bonus when there's no enemy within 5 meters, so when you're attacking from range, plus 10% bonus for Fire Nova, which I have not used yet. I think I should just use it right because it's blue. So if we can keep them at distance, we'll be better off. Oh, that crunch. But yeah, being in covers, like I was saying, it's kind of weird. Like it again changes the pace where you're just kind of like, face checking in these games where you're just running around spamming abilities and just going nuts. Actually, going behind cover is bit weird. I can't attack from that angle. The holy something right there. Linguia Technis. I wasn't reading these before. Transcript. X-loaded from engine sire theta XV11-B Lucan, reference number 9834 1T, current rank operator confessor to the great machine spirit of the Martyr, enloaded to engine seer Omicron for Resuvier, reference number etc etc. I'm just gonna skip most of this. Engineer Hierophant of the Martyr. Automatically generated social component clips, type honorifics, omega level, encryption, blah blah blah, inquiry, confidential, emergency, president, records collected, analysis. The machine spirit of the Martyr shows every sign of intellectual instability. Threat assessment, ultra high and growing. Proposal, detachment of data serfs in the blessed core, initiating data module scrubbing and anointing central processing modules. Personal note, the machine spirit is slowly becoming insane and it started to override the defense systems, destroying some possibly harmless voidcraft trying to land on the deck. We must act before it sheds more blood. I don't need to remind you the fateful consequences if such information becomes open knowledge. It all must remain confidential. I submit this invocation in the name of Omnissiah to the wisdom of the trusted Hierophant. The Omnissiah is... So these are the tech guys talking. I was kind of confused on where they're saying, like, the machine spirit and stuff like that. This is the tech guys that worship the Omnissiah, question mark, and not the Emperor.
A holy sensor. This must be a sign that I'm on the right path.
Sharitis Inquisitors can manifest minor supernatural phenomena during battle. Acts of Faith are minor faith abilities that are available to Sharitis Inquisitors when they are not in embodied saint form. They generally bestow some type of buff through some, though some can be used in a more offensive manner. Acts of Faith can be encrypted in the Faith Abilities window. Select an act of faith from the list on the left and assign it to the available act of faith skill slot above. To activate an act of faith during mission, use the corresponding skill slot button, etc. etc. Act of faith skill slots are provided by various equipment items such as weapons, etc. etc. So, acts of faith. So this adds an extra act of faith slot. And so does this, but it gives more health. So same thing. I don't know how to add acts of faith, even though we were just looking at that. Yeah, riddle that. Don't know how to add a faith here. I guess we'll just figure it out eventually. I'm sure where we just picked up wasn't anything, so that's that. You'd assume that it would be here somewhere. So those are just the perks. None of this has to do with those. I'd assume it's like one of these, but it's not. We can't look at these here. Guess maybe I should have been paying more attention to that, but I feel like it didn't tell me how to. It says on the menu to the
I
left,
was
but what
correct.
menu?
I am undoubtedly on the right path.
I don't have the range for that. Never implant that guy. Like this move is like too strong, kind of, because it's applying knockback, right? So if you can get up in their face and just do that, then they just get. There's nothing they can do. So we get another one of these. So it's damage. Well, we're gonna compare it to this. Damage 11 on that. Damage 9, but damage bonus when suppression status is protected. Plus 60% damage bonus for bleeding effects. Physical resistance. Plus 2.6% chance to slow on bleeding skill. We don't really bleed, right? We apply heat and ignites and burns and all that nonsense. So I don't think we want to be using that. I'm still looking for the whatever button will let me change my faith.
The Emperor's light has found me.
Okay, there is whatever that is. A clue. Maintenance log. Binary. I hope you are reading this. That's the safest way for us to communicate. If they find out what we're planning, they'll execute us. Hide your messages in the maintenance serums and make them look like simple devotional notes. We need to plan our next step. There are huge problems on the research deck. The Red Sanctum has been quarantined. Note B. I've received your message by the Emperor. This is bad. Same here. Down here, nobody knows where the Martyr is headed, and with Uther holed up in the Sanctum and his seconds in charge plotting against him, I have no idea where to turn. Note A. Uther will be our death. Think about it. He promised us immortality and glory for the Imperium, and now we have what? Those things in the Dark Zone? We must get out of here immediately, or shall we join the others? Question mark. Suspicious devotional code lines discovered. Issue sensor modules inactive. And then binary. Okay, bring this back out. I think we want to go here, but I'm going to go to either side first. See if there's any more clue. Oh, there's enemies this way. Maybe it actually wants me to go that way. You know, that's because that's like an elevator, so I'm gonna just check this way first. Main implant. A corpse.
I have found a corpse of an Imperial soldier. I'll take his data slate. It could contain a recording that could shed some light on what happened here.
That's gonna keep her playing. That's cool. When she said recording, I didn't think it was gonna be like an actual video, but it is like a proper video. Okay, this is just continuing to go on this way. Okay, maybe this is the right way to go, and we need to maybe just check to see if this elevator is anything. Okay, it's actually just nothing. Can't hide behind these. That's decent range on it, I think. It's just hard to click, because you can't just shoot in a direction. You have to actually land your hit on somebody. A holy sensor. Tutorial. Chests. Left click on chests to open them. Missions usually contain chests and other storage boxes with items. Some replenish your charge-based skills, like grenades, for example, while others give you rewards like crafting materials. Left click to open. Space Marine corpse. A Space Marine? How did they kill him? That's a inoculator refill, 1 charge. Okay, that is like a heal. That's 0? What button am I supposed to press for that? You really expect me to press 0 all the way on the other side of the freaking keyboard? What does H do? H doesn't do anything, so if that's supposed to be my heal, then hold on. Cause it's not Q, because it's Q and E are there. Yeah, why is use inoculator 0? This key already is bound to a different window, heroic deeds window. Cause it's supposed to bring up the heroic deeds window, but I don't really care about that because we can just get there via other means. Yes, that needs to be on H for heal. You can highlight items with Alt. Hold position with Shift. Hold on. Bring that back out. Make sure H got saved. Or that got saved for the inoculator. Okay, yeah, you can hold position with Shift, so there is a way to attack without moving. Or you can't, like, click for attacking unless you hold Shift.
I found the body of a fallen Adeptus Astartes.
What? Did you just say that there was a dead Space Marine down there?
He must have been a member of that unlucky Imperial reconnaissance team I found.
Allow me to clarify that. You only found pieces of them, so it'll be just you against something that tore apart one of the mightiest champions of the Imperium.
Don't jump to conclusions just yet, Captain. It could easily be more than one creature.
Faith is maxed out. Oh, actually, I need to chill because I hear them. But I want to see what this. Actually, yeah, I need to not be playing around. Okay, I can just snipe things from afar now. Oh, was that a? That looked like one of the bugs, but I don't think it was. I think it's just chaos stuff. So this is an implant. More HP, gives me +1 passion, question mark. Plus 2% chance to add heat vulnerability on burning skills, plus 4.1% damage bonus for channeled skills. So let's equip that. Okay, that went here. Then we have this. HP chance to slow on crit. And that is going to go there. as an extra act of faith. Okay, that's better than the one we have. Physical resistance, chances low blaze. I should just put that on just because it's better than that, even though we don't need it.
Come at me, creatures. Come at me.
Okay, that's pretty easy. Just little small guys.
Overheat.
Overheated. I didn't know that was a mechanic. I'm so overheated. Dang. Okay, I think this bar probably here is the heat meter. Let's just test that. Yeah, that's the heat meter. Make sure we're not holding that down for too long. Okay, this is a door that needs to be opened potentially. Potentially. Wants us to go up there, so check our corners, check every path before we go that way. See, this is opened. The chest. Just a bunch of credits.
Team Sigma, this is Chaos Thorn speaking. Team Sigma, come in.
I'm afraid Team Sigma won't be responding anytime soon.
What? Who are you, and what are you doing there? Taking a stroll on the decks? By the Emperor!
Mind your manners. I am an Inquisitor, and I don't tolerate...
An Inquisitor? About bloody time. I thought your lot had followed Lord Klosterheim into the Dark Zone. Listen. We're under heavy attack in the control room, so I'd appreciate it if you could join us while we deliver the Emperor's will until our most triumphant death. Thorn out.
New log entry. I established connection with someone from an Imperial expedition on the ship, but he is clearly confusing me with someone else.
Yeah, they were in the warp. Right, question mark. So that time does not exist the same way there. It exists and doesn't exist. It's just a journal, just to look at our missions that we're having. Character. Any points? We did not get any points from that. We don't have any new stuff there either. I wish I knew how to again do the faith stuff, but again we'll probably just figure that out later. I followed Voxite and established a connection with a member of the unknown expedition. He's holed up in the subdeck control room. I need to go there. But first I must deal with the heretics and kill their mutated champions, is what it said.
It's Thorn again. Another wave of filth is on its way to face me in a glorious carnage. I want your help as soon as possible.
Careful, Thorn. That was dangerously close to insolence. And you are definitely confusing me with someone else.
You are an Inquisitor, which is enough for me right now. The whole deck is swarming with the local mongrel tribes, and they've sent their champions to rally the troops. I need you to eliminate these creatures. It will slow down the tribes.
So I gotta remember to hold right click next to me, because if you hold it over there, your character will run over there, even though all I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to do this. But if you actually have your mouse moved away from you, you will just walk forward, or like not even use the attack. You will try to run to that position and then use the attack. I guess if I hold shift and let's get in the cover here. Forget the cover. Cover's unfun.
So you're heading to the control room to disable the jammer?
That's the plan, yes.
And who is this Caius Thorn exactly?
Quite a character. Otherwise, I have no idea. He seems to think that I'm a member of his mysterious expedition.
If there is an expedition, they might be trapped in that monastery just like you.
Why do you think so?
I made a scan. That giant wreckage looks completely dead from here. No sign of any other voidcraft in the vicinity.
Yeah, you can still take damage, I think, while you're in cover, so it's kind of like pointless, right? Okay, a bunch of enemies over there. Enemies that way too. It's probably just a big square, so... Okay, it actually wants us to go that way. Actually, it wants us to go anyway. We can go here or there. There is that there. Whatever that is. I don't remember what the icon for that is. Guess this all just goes to the same place. I was a bigger guy than usual. Turn the map off.
I've eliminated the first
Did it just
tribal
burn to death?
champion. I wonder if these mongrel tribes are the descendants of the original inhabitants. I guess I'll know more soon.
I was expecting more out of that. I was like, okay, let me get rid of the map so I can take this seriously, and he just died while I was trying to fix the map. Just put it on because it's new and better. Vulnerability, effectiveness, damage bonus against regular enemies, crit chance, suppression damage. That's worse. Okay, that keeps moving me forward. I'll go back to see what this... Oh, is a supply crate. Supply chest. Supply. 2 charges. I can't pick it up, I guess, because whatever it is, I already have 2. Yeah, I can't pick it up. Like, the burn on this is like too strong.
faring, Inquisitor?
Considering that I'm alone, I'd say I'm making adequate progress.
Alone? Where's the rest of your detachment?
Under some smoldering wreckage.
Well, that's unlucky. But that's all the more demons for us to kill. Let us rejoice in the furious challenge. Thorn out.
The moment of retribution is here.
The minion armor. New armor. Damage reduction up. Max health up. Or losing max faith for movement speed. Item level 3 and armor. It has whatever that is. So we have that blue. What is that icon? And plus 4% XP plus experience. This is armor type is what that icon means. Put that in the bottom corner there. Oh, here we go. Combat dash. Dashes forward quickly up to a maximum of 3 times. Gain a charge every 5 seconds. Charge cooldown. Like, what is that? Where's that at, though? I can't actually... Let's actually put that back on. Click on this and then hover. No, it doesn't tell me what this is, so... I can only see it. See it here. Okay, that's our faith move. That's on 4. Charges 1 cooldown. Charge cooldown. Okay, confusing, but we'll just figure that out as we go. That's probably like our movement skill. Okay, it moves you towards your mouse, so you need to be aware of that. They're probably both gonna die. Yeah, fire is so strong. You just set it on fire and just let it burn. They'll just die. Let's see. Yeah, really big dash, and it's towards your mouse. You need to be aware of where your mouse is. Supply charges, don't have whatever that is, and inocular refill, or max on inox as well. I haven't even used my number 1 or 2, which one is what, Fire Nova, and then Divine Grace is 2, which is a shield thing. Okay, dead end. I think we're
The filth
good.
of chaos has retreated from my door. Regrouping, I'd say. I take it you killed the tribal champions.
Yes, I purged the place.
How ambitious! I like that. But believe me, there is still much work to be done. You'll find a desecrated shrine next door that leads to the control room. Go there.
Let me check out that eye implant, because we haven't gotten one of those yet, right? this. Is this actually worse than what we have by default? It's actually worse than the one we have by default. Oof. Oh, this is actually not bad. So we have crit and suppression damage bonus, which we don't care about that. This is 1 less damage, but it has a 2.3% chance to shock on poison skills. Because when we use poison, it will shock. We have fear on crits on that, though, so if we crit, we could get fears going. This is damage on regular enemies. I feel like I could change that. Also, is it changing this one? Yeah, probably you have to actually manually do that, so you have 2 good blues down. Yeah, let's just stack the damage against regular enemies. Why won't this go in there? There. A big stack on regular enemy damage. Syringe coming up. Okay, I think I got that book right. Binocular. Oh, I need to go back that way. I want to make sure I got this book, though. Whatever this was. I did not. Auto cryptase what? Cryptase thesicon? I don't know about that. Transcript. Scriptorium telepathica. Martyr. Blah blah blah. This is the thrice blessed fortress monastery martyr. Category A. Is it II or 3 1s? 111 research vessel of the Holy Ordos under the leadership of Lord Inquisitor Uther Tiberius. We seek aid from the brothers and sisters of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The martyr is on a highly important research pilgrimage from the Segmentum Pacificus to the Sigil subsector en route to the Caligari sector. The martyr was caught in a severe warp anomaly and the Geller shield suffered considerable damage. We need an emergency overhaul in the orbital dry docks of Koche Prime as soon as possible. May the Emperor be with you. Will this not go far if your mouse is like right next to you? Okay, yeah, it's literally wherever your mouse is.
Thorn, I've reached the end of this subdeck.
Good. There is the exit. Some of my men will meet you on the other side, but plenty of them have been captured. I'll need your help to set them free.
Oh, that was it? I don't know if I trust Thorn. He could be a Chaos Marine for all I know. Lock the item type, Plasma Pistol and Brazier, and passive skill point. Blessed Blade and Rod, Passion Point, and Passive Skill Point. Okay, so those two. What is Passion Point, though? Probably still gonna go with Area Effect and then there. Even though we weren't using our Nova all that much. So we unlocked the other weapons, but it didn't really... They're not here in the inventory, so maybe it's just I can use those now. Yeah, I can find these on the ground now, I'm thinking is what that means. A passion. So we got 1 passion point, so we're 1 now, which gives us +1 faith, +2% suppression, damage resistance per point. So we're at 1, so 1 and 2. It's at 1, gain a banner charge upon using the inoculator. So, banner, charge. Oh, and this is what our inoculator does. So you can actually just change out your heal to something else. So I guess we can go for the 4th one. The heretics have withdrawn, but more are on the way. I need reinforcements. I know that some of the soldiers from the expedition are alive, but the feral tribe is keeping them captive. I must free them.
This is just the calm before the storm. Take advantage of the respite before the wretches return. At least I can send you some reinforcements. The hostiles are keeping some of my scouts caged up in the desecrated sanctum. Free the guardsmen and bring them to the control room.
Reporting for duty, Inquisitor.
At your command.
Allied units. Occasionally you'll be accompanied by allied soldiers. Occasionally, blah blah blah, they'll automatically follow you and fight. In some missions, particular defense missions, you can have limited command over the allied soldiers by sending them to highlighted positions. Just stand near a position marker and hold down the F key to send the nearest allied unit to that position. During combat, they fight on their own, engaging targets automatically. Okay, so we don't have to, like, fiddle around micromanaging them while we're in the heat of battle. Ooh. That's a, like, huge stutter there.
New log entry. I'm entering the sanctum of the deck. It clearly used to be an imperial chapel, but the statues there are familiar. When did the sacred fortress drift away from the light god emperor?
Take it like a man.
A blessed blade and rod there. We can't go any further than this. Oops, did not know that was interactable. Let's check out the Blessed Blade. Blessed Blade and Rod. Oh, okay, so that symbol just means you have nothing in that slot. So damage, deflect, 2% deflect. Shield drain, supreme cooldown reduction for blade dash, damage bonus for surrounding, damage bonus when surrounded. Set 2, and then equip this so I can... Onslaught. Continuous melee attack that shocks enemies implies general vulnerability. Cone effect. The effect
Your command.
is a wide cone-shaped area in front of the caster. Shock lowers their movement speed and attack speed. Only affects targets with suppression. Slow. Minus 40% movement speed. 2 targets for 3 seconds. Vulnerability. The target suffers damage for 5 seconds. 10% increased damage for 5 seconds. And then bleed. This bleeds as well? Yeah, it applies a bleed. This is the blade dash. Dash towards the enemy, knocking them down. Or knocking foes in your path. Applies bleed. Alright, cool. So that's just a... And that's just a poke. Okay. Personal log by Carvis and Zelm de Avero. I need to modify my early estimate of the age of this magnificent ship. The pre-Thorian symbolism and the content of the prayer book indicates ancient heritage, sometime between the 35th and 36th millennium. The potential connection to the age of apostatry indicates fascinating prospects. I must admit that some of our discoveries are unique, almost radical in nature, especially the pieces directly connected to Uthu Tiberus and his sect. The adornments and other elements are clearly imperial in origin on the ship, but the details, like the winged statues, all suggest a cult that used to be imperial but which has been lost or subsequently purged from the archives. The techno-archaeologist was baffled by the first radium carbon results. This may be a rather bold statement since he lacks facial features, emotions, and soul, but he looked almost shocked. Damn his inconclusive results. He tried to argue about the age of the Emperor Forsaken derelict, but I'm certain about my analysis and a bit troubled. The mural about the Scarlet Apatheus and the Imperium beyond was unsettling to say the least, the angel of death growing more grim with each passing hour. May the Emperor have mercy upon our souls. I think that was the apotheosis, is what I should have said there. Right there.
At your command. For the Emperor.
Okay, that should be all done. Okay, new neural implant. We probably want to take a look at that. More suppression, which is your shield. Deflect chance against melee attackers. Movement speed in exposed
At your
state.
command.
I think I'm fine with what we have. What is this, though? That's too high of a level. Increased damage. Bonus damage on AoEs. We probably want to put that on whenever we hit level 5 then. Let's just put that there.
We don't have much time, Inquisitor. Hurry up and take as many guardsmen with you as you can.
Now you'll pay, scum! For the Emperor!
Take it like a man, guardsman. Reporting for duty, Inquisitor. Thank you, Inquisitor.
Get 2 supply charges, which we don't need. Just nothing I'm missing. Okay, I think we're good.
Now you'll pay, scum! For the Emperor!
Oh, this guy gets a decent amount of HP. I say as he burns to death.
Thank you, Inquisitor. By the Emperor, we are saved.
The abhumans are banging their war drums, calling up the filth of chaos from the caverns of the ship. If you want to know what a real battle looks like, I suggest you join me as soon as you can.
Oh, new suit. Damage reduction's up. All resistance up. HP's up, but we lose the movement speed, which who cares. Physical resistance, which is fine. Duration for slow stun and shock effects. Okay, it says quality is lower than what we have now. But what is this skill? Tactical jump. Perform an aerial assault landing deals
At your command.
big damage as physical in a 3-meter area and knocks down nearby enemies. The skill is recharged by kill streak effects. Because you have to recharge it by getting kill streaks. I think I'm cool with that. I mean, I like the one with all the dashes. That's cool too. We'll just keep that down there. Neural implants. HP regen, chance to add heat vulnerability on heat damage, damage bonus for knockback, chance to slow, damage bonus for bleeds, increases suppression. So that one's there.
The moment of retribution is here.
At your command!
So suppression went down, but we got all these other stats. Which suppression hasn't really been a big deal yet, since we have a lot of shields. We're not really taking much damage in these early baby levels. Where are we going? Let's just go there, but maybe we can go down the middle?
At your command!
Oh, treasure chest. We got another piece of armor as well, by the way. So we got another one of these, another speed one. 21 more HP than the other one, though. Less movement speed. So it's just a more... What is faith on it? Faith, damage reduction in exposed state, and healing bonus from inocular. So I think that one's like generally better than this one, so we probably want to save that. We have this implant. The blue, so we probably don't want it, right? Can I rotate these so I can have like... I guess you don't need to rotate it, just put it in a different spot. Because I was thinking like rotating it like inventory, puzzle, Resident Evil 4 stuff.
Inquisitor, our Argos are starting to pick up huge waves of hostiles approaching your position. Can you hold them off on your own?
Captain, a long time ago, I made an oath to protect the Imperium, with no regard for my own life. Do you want to question my dedication?
So what is your plan?
My faith in the Emperor will protect me from the faithless. I was also planning to blast through the unclean with the devastating force of my weaponry.
I'll have the transport ship ready, just in case.
Oh, I didn't realize it was going to be... That was the end of that chapter. Okay, we can now get Plasma Pistol and Blessed Blade. Unlocked perk, Utility Harness. Belt abilities, grenades, mines, banners, etc. Gain 2 charges. Supply crates give +1, plus 100% damage bonus for grenades and mines. We got, what, Bolts of Retribution. An activation slows enemies within 20 meters. Also gain a 25% chance cause Thunderbolt of Authority. For 20 seconds while using channeled skills. Passive 20% for each equipped act of faith. And then passive point. Investigation completed. The expedition. The clues I found led me to the following conclusions. Recently, a sizable... hold on. The clues I found led me to the following conclusions. Recently, a sizable Imperial expedition landed on the Fortress Monastery, led by a certain Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim. The purpose of the current whereabouts of these explorers are still unknown, although, judging by the large number of casualties they have suffered, I assume that the expedition must have had considerable numbers. Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim had inquisitors and interrogators in his retinue. Also some Space Marines from the Storm Watcher chapter. Retinue, sorry. I find it troubling that the Caligari Conclave neglected to reveal the existence of this expedition to me. Reward a bunch of experience. Passive point, of course we're going to keep moving towards there. Bigger AoEs. So you have what? 7.5% increased AoE? Which will be a... Wait. Yeah, 7.5. A 10. And a bit. I guess I'm just only keeping this just because it's our first suit. Our passion is getting increased. So I haven't unlocked any of this other stuff. Sector view. Yeah, can't even look at the sector view. Madness incarnated. I guess we can go one more. I'm not sure. It's just like supposed to be just showing off. First hour or so, but I guess we can maybe keep going. We could do one more. It's only gonna be like what, one more mission? Even, I would assume, maybe. I've reached the control room, but now I must survive the coming onslaught of the Pharaoh heretics and their champions. Must defend the control room until we can disable the teleport jammer.
Welcome to the Martyr, Inquisitor. Not exactly the army I imagined, but reinforcements at last.
So you do realize now that I don't belong to your expedition?
I do, and I regret the confusion. We were not expecting any guests on this Emperor-forsaken wreck. And first I thought that you must belong to Klosterheim's retinue. That fool brought a whole army of busybodies and interrogators with him.
You must tell me everything about this man, his expedition, and the Martyr. But first, I'll disable the teleport jammer.
The cogitator that overrides the jammer is 2 hallways away, and the whole control deck is swarming with feral tribes. Why do you think I'm stuck in this hole? They're keeping us pinned down in here.
Time to turn the tide together, Sergeant.
Inquisitor, we have a problem.
Now is not a good time.
At your command.
Let's take a look at this cogitator.
Summary: after the rites of the diagnostics and reciting and necessary hymns to placate its mood, I prayed to the machine spirit and humbly asked it to confide in me about the causes of the recurring system failures, why the automatic defense systems of the Martyr destroyed that rogue trader cruiser, and why the Martyr initiated conflicts with the non-hostile vessel of the Explorator fleet, thus corrupted. The machine spirit of the Martyr denies cooperation, citing the Sacred Order 947-A as issued by our spiritual leader, the late Uther Tiberius. Addendum: no executable directive exists under this name. The machine spirit claims that the Martyr must follow a determined route to the classified location and that the protection of the Martyr is top priority. It asserts its right to override the Martyr automated weapon systems and the teleportarium in times of need. I don't know if this is a typo or not. Override so yeah, override of the Martyr. Yeah, it writes its rights to override the Martyrs. I don't know. This whole sentence is like botched. Assessment: possible warp infestation of the machine spirit, invoking the conclave of the imminent system purge. I think the teleportarium, is that the...
These records are disturbing. This Martyr has a mind of its own.
Is that what humanity uses to teleport? Let's stand here. I'm going to be out of cover.
Well then, that was a pleasant warm-up, wasn't it? But Inquisitor, I'm sure they will drag their filthy god here to help them out.
Oh, Nurgle's going to show up?
We interrogated some of these tribesmen. They are all descendants of the original crew. Anyway, during centuries of drifting through the void, one of their generations forgot about our holy emperor and found new things to worship.
And what would this god be?
Madness incarnated, they call it. It could be anything, if you ask me, but nothing good.
At your command.
Inquisitor, listen to me. The monastery is...
I'm in the middle of something. Later.
Take it like a man, God.
Oh, they're on a different side? F5? Oops, no, don't just emote in the middle of nowhere. Oh, there's like Merv mines?
For the Emperor! Ready to fight! Take it like a man, Guardsman! For the Emperor!
Wave completed. I'd like to pick this up, please.
Oh, the thundering blast of weapons. I wish my brothers were here to hear this canticle of death.
Talking about brothers, which chapter do you belong to? I am not familiar with this iconography.
I am Sergeant Caius Thorm of the Stormwatcher Space Marines.
Explain. I don't know that chapter.
I would be truly disappointed if you did. Our existence is secret, our numbers are few, and our burden is terrible. We are the Watchers in the shadows, but rest assured, we are the sanctioned blades of the Calgary Conclave.
Doing what exactly?
Dying gloriously during classified inquisitorial missions. Could we talk about this later?
Inquisitor, the monastery shows signs of...
Not now.
You're gonna get like fired. You keep like not listening to what she has to say, and you don't want to end up fired.
Take it like a man, Guardsman.
The moment of retribution is here.
I don't think we have anybody blocking this way. Oh, this was a turret. I didn't realize that was a turret there. Oh, mines. Whoops. That's another turret. Still have some mines over here.
Onwards! Don't linger, Guardsman!
Level up. Can't we use that thing now? That needed to be level 5.
Now you'll pay, scum!
Oh, they destroyed one of the turrets.
You are truly doing the Emperor's work, Inquisitor. Keep it up. We've crushed their main forces. Let's move out and disable that jammer.
Before their what? Their god arrives?
Trust me, it is already close. I wonder what it looks like.
After we have disabled the jammer, we must find Lord Klosterheim.
Oh, yes, that two-faced hypocrite. I have already lost a battle brother because of him, and then he left me down here to die. But now, move!
At your command!
Okay, we're gonna see all this new stuff we got. So that's trash. Cooldown reduction of for all skills. Okay. Warp resistance. New suit, same thing but just green. Let's put that one on. This was like a worse one of what we got. This green of the weapon we're using now. More damage, heat. Can y'all like chill? Like got stuck on each other. Damage bonus when there is no enemy within 5 meters. Supreme cooldown reduction for Fire Nova.
At your command.
Bonus loot quality. Okay, that's good. Let's just go with that. Like, there's too much nonsense here. Don't want to be fiddling around with it forever.
Thinking like a man, guardsman.
Seraphim armor. Was that this? Okay, same thing. This machine thing that killed that guy, or not killed the guy, but it was in that recording of that killed guy.
Oh, traitorous scum! Mockery to your honor! Perish, you filth! Ah!
For the Emperor!
Well,
Inquisitor,
he's dead.
What's happening down there? Are you all right?
I'm great. I've just killed a hellbrute, a twisted mockery of a space marine. Praise the Emperor. I also have an Imperial space marine with grievous wounds, and I want to bring him aboard our ship.
Inquisitor, listen to me. The monastery has turned on the warp drives and is ready to leave the star system. Disable the jammer now.
Oh, you're still alive? Well, give me all the goods first, and then we can do that.
I've disabled the teleport jammer. At least, I hope so.
Inquisitor, you must teleport back before the ship leaves. We don't know where it's headed, and worse, the Jella shields are probably compromised. Warp travel will kill you. Hurry up, you don't want to get stranded over there.
Inquisitor, are you all right?
I'm fine, Captain. I'm back on your ship, leaving the teleportarium as we speak. I need medical assistance down here for the Space Marine. What is happening to the Martyr?
It's preparing to enter the warp. I thought it was a derelict.
It is a derelict, Captain, which seems to attract the attention of both our allies and enemies. The Martyr is a mystery, but it is very much alive.
And your mystery ship is gone. What happens now?
I will notify the Caligari Conclave. Then we will wait and see.
Does it normally take this long? Is it just because it's all the stuff that's getting unlocked? Since now we're out of the... I guess I would assume the tutorial stuff.
Inquisitor, my astropath has sent your audio log to the Caligari Conclave, as you requested.
Let me guess. Another local warp surge manifestation swallowed the message whole?
No, actually. We have received an official follow-up on your report.
That must be a mistake. It's the Imperial bureaucracy. I wasn't expecting to hear from them for a few standard years.
I have no idea what we found out there, but it must be really important. See for yourself.
Inquisitor, we are raising your clearance level. You are henceforth authorized to listen to confidential information without facing immediate excommunication. Your discovery has greatly intrigued the Conclave. You have found a ghost of the past, Inquisitor. The Martyr had strong ties to the Inquisition, and as such, it is very important to us. We all thought that the Fortress Monastery had been destroyed, with the exception of Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim. He dedicated his life to finding the Martyr, only to disappear without a trace. And now, you have proof of both the existence of the Martyr and the whereabouts of Lord Klosterheim. We want answers. Continue this investigation. Evaluate the data. Gather new clues and find the Martyr. Hopefully with Lord Klosterheim on board so he can explain his disappearance. We must remind you that this investigation requires absolute secrecy, and it will be your task, and your task alone.
Our task is to find a ghost ship in the vast expanses of the Imperium. How hard could it be?
The Space Marine I rescued was part of the expedition that found the Martyr somehow. If I can interrogate him, I'm sure he can help us.
That man is in stasis at the moment. He was torn into pieces. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a warrior of the Adeptus Astartes is not a simple mortal we can treat.
Indeed. We need a tech priest with unique skills and knowledge of the genetic materials of the Adeptus Astartes. We need a Magos biologist specialist, which could be difficult.
I come from a long line of rogue traders, Inquisitor. I know the secrets of this sector, and I can tell you where to find the tech priest you need. The Merciful Agony is a hospital fortress in the Chernobog system. It's also a secret research station of the Adeptus Mechanicus. You'll find a Magos Biologus there.
Command bridge. Welcome on board, Inquisitor. This is the command bridge of your ship, your base of operations where you can prepare for missions and manage your resources. Click on the highlighted panels or NPCs to access the available management screens. For the moment, you have access to the shop, add Ragna Van Winter to your storage, and most importantly, the star map. You can now invite other players to join your party by clicking on the social icon on the bottom of the screen. Click on the holotable in the center when you are ready to step out among the stars and continue your journey. Level 6, so we can have an Eviscerator or a Bolt Pistol and Chainsword. The Abandoned Colossus. I can conclude at this point that the Abandoned Fortress Monastery, which the cryptic distress signal came from, is called Martyr, and that it entered the Caligari sector roughly 5,000 years ago, after the Imperial Civil War called the Age of Apostasy. The Martyr was commandeered by an Inquisitor called Uther Tiberius, who had a very clever purpose for traveling here, and some of the members of his retinue had reasons to worry about his intentions. What exactly happened during the subsequent 5,000 years is unclear. At some point the Martyr must have disappeared in the warp, and it was spat out by a recent warp surge in the system, already infested by the bile of Nurgle. The Cage. The clues I have discovered indicate that the machine spirit of the Martyr, which inhabits the fortress monastery and controls all systems and machinery on the decks, has probably gone mad, possibly during a warp incident, and it has been displaying paranoid tendencies for a long time now. It locked down the Martyr completely and trying to destroy approaching vessels to protect itself from unclear reasons. And we can have flamers now, just straight up flamer, whatever that is. I'm assuming just a flamethrower, even though we already have the ability to use flame, like a flamethrower move on us. Digital weapons, whatever those are. Unlocked skill tree. Magos Biologus secrets, the regenerative bio-implants and techno rights provided by the Genitor division of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Okay, finally, we're out of all that, so let's go to character. Gonna keep going down to... we have 2 points, so I want that 10% increase AoE size. Plus that lets us get here as fast as possible. Damage, resistance, health, movement speed when no enemies are present. HP. Chance to stun the attacker on deflect. That's a trash flamer. Is there another green one? No. Suppression's bigger on this. Chance to add physical vulnerability on bleeding, physical resistance, etc. So we need to sell like basically everything in our inventory right now. Okay, messages. This is... I think that's Cabal. There's a star map. Faith abilities. Okay, this is faith abilities.
Who are you, Thorn? You and your mysterious storm watchers. We will make you whole again. I have questions for you.
No, I want the faith abilities, please. Well, the faith abilities window, this is where you can set up special Psoriasis Inquisitor class abilities. Psoriasis Inquisitors can manifest minor miracles through the power of their beliefs. To equip an act of faith, click on an icon in the list and drag it up to a skill slot. The number of skill slots depends on your equipped items. Certain weapons and armor provide extra slots, while others provide none. The class resource for Psoriasis Inquisitors is Faith, which is mainly used to activate the embodied saint form. Sacred Rite you select here determines how faith is generated during missions. You can change it by clicking on the icon and choosing a Sacred Rite from the pop-out list. When the faith resource bar reaches maximum, you can transform into the embodied saint form. You become very powerful, but this is only temporary. When your faith reaches 0, you immediately transform back to normal. Saintly Deeds. In embodied saint form, your normal skills are replaced by a set of an extraordinary powerful abilities called Saintly Deeds. To change which of these are used during missions, click on the icon. Okay, just change them here. Okay, so way too much stuff. All this stuff unlocks later, so we can only have like these. Battle Favor, a Fervor, gain 0.01% continuous faith regeneration per second for each enemy killed for the duration of a mission. Resets upon leaving embodied saint form. Okay, I think I'm fine with that. Fireheart, Divine Grace, Bolts of Retribution. So this is a shield one, and then the Fireheart, which was heat damage, which is just you activate this, and then 5% chance on dealing heat damage to cause a small burst of flames, dealing 50% damage as heat, and applying a stack of burn on enemies in a 3-meter radius. We have this. On activation, slows enemies within 20 meters, also gain a 25% chance to cause Thunderbolt of Authority for 20 seconds when using channeled skills. Passive, 20% chance for each equipped act of faith to cause vulnerability per damage type on hit. I keep missing. Let's just use that one. So not too many here. It's only what, five more after that. Just need a place to sell stuff. A cherub. Oh, companions, emotes, cosmetics. Accommodation display. We don't have any to put there. Have to complete these DLCs. Corrosion. Do we have that on now? Seal of Inquisition. We need to do that DLC to get this crystal one. Okay, this one I don't. Legacy event bonus. I prefer like no helmet. DLC. Let's go with that. I do have all the DLC, so I just have to actually just play them. So says we can have this guy, Serval Commissioner Skull. Right? Oh wait, no. So we could have him and this one and this one. That guy though. Okay, nothing else here. So, how do I sell? I haven't talked to this guy, so... Oh, she's a store? Ah, she has all sorts of stuff that... Okay, right click to sell. I basically want to sell everything. I'm just gonna keep that because it's the first thing I ever wore, but everything else can go. Though this, I probably need to put that on. Very long time to sell stuff. Hey, hold on, let me rip that. Okay, now, do you have a... It doesn't look like she has any. She has a Eviscerator. She has this, though. I want to use one of those flamers. I could live with an Eviscerator, though. Pretty expensive to buy one of these, though. So chance to shock on hit, and then chance to poison. There's a green in here. Crit, suppression damage, experience gained. Just give me this one. She has more inventory. Oh, she has more inventory. No, that's just the buyback. This is more inventory, I think. What is this? Item level 5. Mine. This is the sensor, but I don't know if I can put it on, or the sensor just does not have anything on it. So the sensor we have doesn't have a skill. It just adds a faith slot. Force fields on this one, but we're not high enough level for that. We're level 7. We can have a mine on this one, so we replace whatever faith skill we have with a mine instead if we want. That's like 15. think I'm okay with what we have now, but I would like to equip that instead of this. I'll keep it though, because it is a blue. We don't have another one of those. I probably should have better stuff equipped here instead of selling it all, but it's fine. Oh, is this just like a full chainsword? I guess it's a eviscerator, otherwise it would just be say chainsword if it was a chainsword. This is a big chainsword. That's pretty cool. And what are you? The astropath?
You have called for me, Inquisitor, and I am here to serve.
From now on, I will need you on the bridge, Astropath. Connect to your fellow Astropaths in the choir of the Caligari Conclave, and pass me the messages which deal with priority assignments.
As you wish, Inquisitor.
Okay, we can't talk to him anymore. We need to visit the Merciful Agony Void Station in the Chernobog block system. Okay, so we'll probably do that next time. Glory, Social, Cabal, Journal, Mission Deployment. What is Glory? Weekly Glory. Which we get stuff for. Oh, storage. Okay, I think we've seen everything in the hub here. So yeah, I think I will end it there. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers, just go to my Kofi, or watch these videos all the way through because I'm working on watching my subscribers. So yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment, if you do. See ya.